What's your view on the budget overall from an Express perspective?
I think, it's funny how Smitty's going on about, the right-wing press will portray this as this, that and the next thing. You two sitting there, if this was a Tory Chancellor, the vast majority of this budget, if it's a Tory Chancellor doing it, you guys would be tearing it to pieces right now.
I'd be absolutely shocked if a Tory Chancellor's on into the two-child benefit cap. Put it that way.
Maybe that accepted, but it feels again like it's going to be the ordinary punter who's going to pay for all this.
Well, you say punter as well, because
aye,
all the gambling changes.
Apart from the horse racing, of course.
So that's what the King said.
The King won't need to pay. Camilla, who apparently, if you believe some reports, actually accosted Keir Starmer about this when he was at Balmoral during the summer. So I wonder if that was her dipping her toe into the political arena. But it's going to be your average man and woman on the street who pays for it. We're dragging more people into, the basic tax threshold. It's breaking an election promise or a promise Rachel Reeves made last year.
I suppose the worrying aspect for her, though, is the whole backdrop is downgraded growth forecasts.
Yeah. And people's incomes in real terms are going to, they're not going to grow as fast as they have done over the last 10 years. And the last 10 years have been, well, let's be honest, it's been tumultuous the last 10 years, and yet it feels like it's going to get worse. And it always comes down to, whether this will be a good budget or not, comes down to whether people feel better off. And is it a budget that's going to make, your average voter feel better off?
Well, it's interesting, because, I wrote about this earlier. He gave an interview to Starmer to Sky a few days ago, and I've got no doubt that the cost of living crisis, money in people's pockets, that's the number one issue just now. People feel skint, they want more money, they want to feel better off. And, the early months of Starmer's premiership was all doom and gloom, things were going to get worse. Went down like a bag of sick. People didn't want to hear that. They wanted to turn the corner on the past.
But he'd done that during the election campaign by talking about change and how things were very different.
So it seemed to backtrack on it. But listen to that Sky interview. Some of this doesn't apply to Scotland, but he was talking about freezing prescription charges, cap on bus fares, freeze on rail. He just seemed to have a much more relentless focus on money issues and cost of living issues that they didn't have before. And I think the budget does build on that. I think it's now up to the government and their spinners just to keep the narrative, clean on this. They can't get sidetracked by niche issues. They have to hammer home the points of what they're actually doing. I mean, people are not daft. They know they're going to have to pay a bit more income tax with the freeze and the thresholds. But I think if the ordinary member of the public can believe or buy into this idea that the Labour government is actually trying to help them, make them better off, then that's going to help them electorally.